Welcome once again to the Real Estate Walk Show. My name is Augustine Isamuel, a real estate consultant with the Tel Company Limited. Today, I am going to talk about something very interesting, and that is creative financing. As the name goes, creative financing. It's just another way, or let me say an out-of-the-box way of financing your real estate development, or your house, or buying a property, or a land, what have you. Now, creative financing actually is a way that you can avoid the interest, the mortgage, and all the troubles that comes with loans. So I'm going to take you through some very few examples of creative financing. Now, the crowd financing or crowdfunding is simply by organizing people, loved ones, donors to actually donate some money towards you building a house. You can just get your family members to donate some 10 cedis, 100 cedis, support you more or less like to buy the land. As I said earlier, normally with these ones, the people don't actually want to be part of it. They are just only helping you to establish something. Now, we also have partnership, or let me say, fractional ownership. This is where you bring on board investors or maybe friends that you have at the workplace. So let's say you are like 10 people in a workplace. A typical example, you want to buy a house of, let's say, 100,000 US dollars or 1 million Ghana cedi. You can actually bring in money. So everybody can contribute equally. That's 10,000, 100,000 Ghana cedis, or you can contribute fractionally, depending on the percentage that you want to own. Now, in this venture, you don't have to necessarily, it doesn't have to necessarily be an investment, but it can actually be that you build and then you stay in it. So if you are young people who are not ready to actually settle with other people, but just want to make some money, you can just build a 5-bedroom together. Each of you will stay in one of the rooms until you gather another money and build another one. Then maybe 2 will move into it. You build another one. In a course of about 5-10 years, maybe you would have gotten some number of houses that each of you can own on your own. So you can do a 2-bedroom each or 3-bedroom, and that is also okay. So this is actually how the fractional partnership is. You can also go into investment where you share the profits and the rest. Now, you also have rent to own. This is where some developers decide that instead of the buyers paying outright, they would actually rent it like a normal rental place. But in the course of the renting, there's an agreement. They pay substantial amounts that is equivalent to the rental amount of that property over a period of years, and that amount would be used as an installment payment for you to own the property after those years elapse. There is also seller financing. Now, a seller financing normally is when the seller has already built the house and decides that you have to pay in installment. So the buyer would come, the seller will use his own money to build it, and the buyer would, let's say, settle in it. Sometimes you have to pay some down payment, sometimes you don't have to pay it. Then you pay in installment until the time given period that you finish paying for that property. Now, the last one I'll talk about is asset exchange. Now, these ones comes in different forms. Sometimes you can bring an asset, let's say a car for a land. Sometimes when the valuation is done, you have to top up, or sometimes it's actually equal. So it's just like a barter trade. You trade your car for a house or a land. There are so many other ways that you can actually do creative financing. You can think outside the box in many ways. In fact, every single time and every single day, there are different and diverse ways where people can buy a house, a land, or let me say a property without actually going for a mortgage. I hope you have learned a lot today, and I'm sure that this would encourage a lot of youth to come together to do some investment in real estate. Creative financing is one of the best ways that you can own a property. Again, my name is Augustine Samoa, and I hope you learned something. Follow us, like, share to your friends for them to also learn. See you next time.